Hello everyone, welcome to Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss how to exclude the weekends while counting the days in Excel using Claude AI. I'm sure you might have encountered this scenario various times or frequently in your projects where we have some data and we want to calculate these kind of working days. Okay, so if you are not aware of Excel, if you are not Excel expert and if you don't know the formulas at all, so in that case, how we will do this task? So to do this task, what we can do, we can make use of Claude AI or any AI model. Okay, so because we know that AI main purpose is to do the repetitive task, and if you don't want to waste your time to calculate the days manually, what you can do, you can make use of Claude AI. Okay, so in this session, I'll give you the exact prompt that you can use in your system to get the calculated working days excluding weekends. Okay, so for that, like to do this kind of thing, we have prepared some data, sample data. So you can see in demo sheet, I have noted down employee name. One column is for employee name. Then we have project. Then we have start date, then we have end date, and one working days empty column. Now to complete this thing, we have two approaches. First thing is we can do it manually, but as I mentioned that is a very wrong approach if you are still in the era of AI doing it manually. So this is not a right way, right? So I'll tell you the second approach where we will be using the Claude AI and it will do our task. It will not only complete our task, it will also suggest a formula that you can later use whenever there is a requirement. Okay, so we got the requirement, we know what we are going to do. So it's time to write the detailed prompt about it. Why with detailed prompt? Because when you write this in a normal way, there might be a chance of getting error. Sometimes it doesn't include the start date, sometimes it doesn't include the end date, or maybe it will include the weekends. But we need a proper and perfect solution that will work with all my data. Okay, so for that we will write a detailed prompt. Now some of you might be thinking, like, instead of writing the detailed prompt and copy pasting it on Claude AI, we can directly do it manually. But again, as I mentioned, for now we have only 10 records, but in actual real world scenarios there are thousands of records, and there if you do it manually, that is not possible, right? It is very time taking. So for that reason, what I'll do now, I'll show you the exact prompt that you can use. So this is the prompt. Here you can see firstly I'm assigning the role to my model or to my Claude that act as a Microsoft Excel expert and then perform the following task. Okay, so I firstly assign the role so that it understands that it has to act as a Excel expert. Then I mentioned I have a table in Excel with employee name, project, start date and end date columns. Calculate the number of working days between start date and end date for each row excluding Saturdays and Sundays. Here's a trick. In case if you want to include Saturdays, you can clearly mention only about Sunday. In case if you need so if you want to exclude both Saturdays and Sunday, then you can mention that also, as I mentioned right now, because I want to exclude both Saturdays as well as Sundays. Now the next thing is complete my task as per the rules and provide the best and most efficient Excel formula to achieve the result. So I want Claude to do two things. Firstly, to complete my task. I don't want to waste my time, just complete it. Second thing, provide me the formula so that later if needed I can use that. Okay, so you can see the benefits of AI. It is not only completing your task, it is also helping you to provide the exact formula that you can later refer. Okay, now I'll explain some rules here so that it will make sure that all the rules are passed and there is no issues in it. Okay, so for that you can see here, first thing is calculate the working days between start date and end date for each employee. exclude Saturdays and Sundays. And then third thing is both start date and end date should be included in the count. This is very important line. For example, if I want to calculate between 25th March to 27th March, so I want 3 count. Why? 25th, 26th and 27th. Okay, so that is very important. Otherwise what will happen, it will count only one date, because between 25th and 27th only 26th is there. But as per my requirement, I want to include both my start date and end date on whatever is written between the start date and end date as a count. Then fourth point says working days result must be a whole number. Yes, I need it as a whole number. My fifth point says keep employee name, project, start date, end date exactly as they are. Only fill the working days column. Okay, so I don't want to touch other columns. I just want my output in the working days column, and I don't want to change anything else apart from this. Then sixth point says use the best and most efficient formula to calculate the result. Okay, so here you need to decide. I'm telling AI that you need to decide the best and efficient formula, and at the end provide the exact formula used along with a very short explanation in simple both layman and technical terms, maximum 2 lines, so that if you want to understand the formula you can get the description along with it. Okay, then I simply mention return the clean data with header row first, 1 row per line, values separated by tab inside a code block. This term is very important because if you don't mention code block, it will provide you just as a normal text, and then in that case you won't be able to copy paste back to your Excel. Otherwise it will paste your entire data into one cell. Okay, then on a new line return the Excel formula used inside a code block again, so that if you want to copy the formula, that you can also do. Okay, then next thing is, then on new line return the formula used inside a separate code block. Then on a new line return the short explanation inside a separate code block, no files, no extra output. And then a last line, put the output inside a code block so tabs are preserved when copying. Okay, so this is the overall requirement I want to do with this prompt. I'll just copy it, and you can see here I'm clearly mentioning refer the attached screenshot for the exact cell reference and sheet layout. Why? Because I don't want to provide the entire data manually. What I'll do, I'll just take a screenshot, I'll provide it to the prompt, and then it will do the processing from the screenshot itself. So it will save lots of my time, right? So let's see how it works. So what I'll do now, I'll just copy it, go to my Claude, open my incognito mode so that it will not save unnecessary information, paste it here. Then I'll go to my demo tab just to take the screenshot, take it to the top so that it can easily understand your cells layout. Okay, so now it can read in which cell I have data, what is the name of cell, and rows. So I'll copy it here, go to my tab, Claude, and then I'll paste it and press enter. Within a few seconds that will do my work, provide me the exact output, and also give me the formula. So you can see it is working perfectly. So what I'll do now, I'll just copy it, go to my Excel sheet, paste it wherever I want, and you can see it provide me the perfect output. Okay, so this is how you will work with Claude AI. And not only for Claude AI, you can use it for anything else, like with any model. Now I can just copy paste this formula as well. If I want to calculate it manually, I'll just paste it and drag and drop. That's it. So you can see it completed my work. But here is one thing, although it will provide you the 100% output because now we have provided detailed prompt to work, but still as a human being we have that capability to review it. So always make sure that review your data. If it is perfect, try to understand the formula. That's why we have got the explanation, and as per the formula explanation, make sure that we have got everything what we planned for and it is 100% correct, so that you won't miss anything. Clear? So yeah, that's all for today. I hope this session is clear to all of you. In the next session, we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.